You are exhausted, not because you are working too hard, but because you are carrying a bag of stones that do not belong to you. Every sharp word from a colleague, every yes you said when your soul was screaming no, and every fear about a future that hasn't even happened yet, it is all in there, weighing you down, bowing your back, and blinding you to the beauty of the life you've worked so hard to build. Today, we are going to empty that bag. I am going to show you why your silence is a hidden treasure, why no is the most powerful word you will ever speak, and how to stop being a prisoner to the reactions of others. In a world that demands your constant attention, true strength isn't in how much you can handle, but in what you choose to let go of. Consider the story of a young man named Ather. He was strong of body but weak in spirit, not for lack of courage, but for lack of peace. Every time someone spoke to him in a harsh tone, he replied with fire. Every time he felt disrespected, he carried that memory like a heavy, jagged rock. Over the years, his emotional bag became so heavy that he walked with a hunched back, unable to see the sunrise or the smiles of his friends. He finally sought out a wise merchant who traveled with almost nothing, yet moved with the grace of a king. The merchant handed him a small stone and said, "This stone on the ground is someone's insult. It is just a thing on the path. But the moment you pick it up and put it in your bag, it becomes your burden." The merchant isn't the one suffering. You are. The secret to a light heart is to leave the stone where it fell. Your reaction is the only thing that makes the stone heavy. This brings us to a hard truth that many high performers and caretakers forget: the danger of being too available. There once was a man named Musa who lived in a beautiful garden. He was the man everyone called when they needed help. If a roof leaked, they called Musa. If a field needed tilling, they called Musa. Musa never said no because he believed kindness was his greatest virtue. But while he was busy saving everyone else's home, his own roof began to rot. His own garden grew wild with thorns. One night, a massive storm hit the valley. Musa spent the entire night helping his neighbor secure his livestock, but by the time he returned to his own land, the storm had destroyed everything he owned. His mother looked at him and said, "Today you saved everyone except yourself." When you say yes to everyone else's priorities, you are accidentally saying no to your own life. Saying no is not an act of selfishness. It is an act of survival. It is the fence that protects your garden so you actually have something of value to give to the world. But boundaries are not just about what you do. They are about what you say. We often feel the need to explain ourselves, to share our dreams, or to vent our frustrations to anyone who will listen. Think of the horse who worked from dawn until dusk. He was tired and, in a moment of vulnerability, told a cat that he was thinking of asking his master for just one day of rest. The cat didn't keep that secret. She twisted it. By the time the story reached the master through the whispers of other animals, the horse wasn't asking for rest. He was planning a rebellion. Before the sun rose, the horse was gone, lost to a misunderstanding that started with a single careless sentence. Your dreams, your weaknesses, and your plans are a treasure. Not everyone has earned the right to hear them. Silence is often the safest shield you have. When you speak less, your words carry the weight of gold. When you speak too much, they become as common as dust. We also carry the weight of monsters that don't actually exist. Imagine a small rabbit who found a massive cave. He heard a booming, terrifying voice from inside that claimed to be a creature capable of crushing elephants. The rabbit fled in terror, and soon the strongest animals in the woods, the lion, the rhino, the elephant, were all running from the monster in the cave. It was only a tiny frog who had the courage to walk inside and find that the monster was just a small caterpillar. The cave's natural echoes had turned a tiny chirp into a thunderous roar. Most of the problems that keep you awake at night, that looming deadline, that difficult conversation, that fear of failure, are just caterpillars in a cave. Your overthinking is the echo that makes them sound like monsters. The moment you stop running and step into the cave, you realize that the fear was always bigger than the problem itself. The bridge to your better life is often a narrow one, and like a deer standing before a deep ravine, your legs might shake. You might want to take the long way around, the safe way, even if it exhausts you. But avoidance is a trap. The deer in our story realized that the storm behind him was far more dangerous than the bridge in front of him. He didn't look at the whole bridge. He focused only on the very next step. That is how you conquer the overwhelming. You don't solve the next 10 years today. You don't even solve next week. You focus on the single, solitary step in front of you. Courage is not the absence of the shaking. It is the decision to step anyway. So, how do we begin to live this? We start with the gatekeeper strategy. Before you let a comment, a task, or a fear into your bag, you must ask, is this mine to carry? If a colleague is angry, that is their stone. If a stranger is rude, leave it on the path. You must become the architect of your own peace. Every night, before you close your eyes, perform a 1-minute ritual. Place your hand on your heart and scan your day. Find that one moment that still feels heavy, that one stone you picked up. Visualize yourself placing it on the ground and walking away. Say to yourself, this stone is not mine. I leave it here. In this digital age, your attention is your most valuable currency. If you do not choose where it goes, others will steal it from you. They will fill your bag with their drama, their expectations, and their noise until you are too tired to move. Stop being so available for people who only remember you when they need something. Start being available for yourself. The world did not end when Musa finally said no. In fact, that was the day his world finally started to bloom. The secret isn't just dropping the stones. It's realizing that you were the one who picked them up in the first place. Tonight, promise yourself that tomorrow, you won't even bend down to touch them. Your peace is worth more than their opinion. Your silence is worth more than their validation. And your life is far too short to be spent carrying a bag full of other people's weight. Breathe in the silence. Exhale the noise. Your journey is yours alone. Make it a light one.